Anyways, what's up, YouTube fans? Welcome back. I'm gonna go ahead and give a brief overview of this. This is a motor that I've been rebuilding. It is basically being rebuilt to dispel the myth that you cannot weld a cast iron block. Well, I had this one welded. Apparently, the owner prior to me didn't take care of it. You can see right here. Here's where the weld is. It blew out one of the sidewalls. It is what it is. Nothing I could really do about it outside of replacing the block itself. Which, if worse comes to worse, I'll do that anyway. But I figured to dispel the myth, I would just rebuild it anyway, see what it does. I'll put it through all kinds of rigorous tests in the water, and we'll see how it goes. But it was bored 30 over. It had everything done to the block, completely refinished, resurfaced. The heads, I put them on a flat. They were perfectly flat, fine. I didn't notice anything, as far as cracks, anything with the cast iron heads whatsoever. So what I did is I went out today, about all new roller lifters, all new push rods. The book is wrong. Do not follow the book. Set these like you would do any other lifter with standard preload. What I ended up doing is I ended up turning the motor by hand. I could feel a bind, and it ended up bending two of my push rods because the book, and I will show you right here. Let me show you what the book calls for here. Okay. Okay, so right here is all your torque specs. This might help somebody too that don't have a book. But if you go right here, let me find the valves here. Where are the valves? Okay, rocker arm nuts. You see right here, so where it says V6, 20 foot-pounds up here. Don't follow that rule. Set them like you would, like a standard valve. And the way you set these is you put everything in. Now, the way I've always done it is right along the nuts here, right at these. I'll tighten all these down until I feel slight resistance. What I'm basically doing is eliminating zero lash, or creating zero lash to where there is no play whatsoever between here and up here on this tappet here. So you go down, turn around, get them all, all initially set. What I did here is I put a bolt, the standard bolt on, and I turned it 90 degrees every time I did it. So I would set zero lash in each one, turn this 90 degrees, come back up here, and of course you'd have like one or two loose from the exhaust and intake strokes coming up and down. Tighten them back up to zero lash. Do that all the way around. So do it in increments of basically a quarter turn each until you get back up to top dead center, which top dead center would be on the outside piston. It wouldn't be your number one piston anymore because it's coming around on the second stroke. So once I got all that done, is I wrapped it back around again 3 more times, and then I checked all my lash once again as I was going in those quarter turn increments. Once I knew all the lash was out and it was good, then what I did is I took a breaker bar and I turned these exactly 3/4, so all the way down. So I aimed the bar this way and I turned it down to where a bar pointed to the bottom of the motor block. And then that gave me my 100% zero lash, and it also set my preload on each one of these roller lifters here. So once again, do not follow the book, and I'm not somebody who normally advocates for that. But in this instance, set them like you would normally set any type of valve, and you do that, you'll be perfectly fine. You set them at 20, and I turned the motor over by hand just because it didn't make sense to me when I seen 20 foot-pounds, and I was right. So somebody who sets them at 20 foot-pounds automatically and goes to actually start this boat or start this engine, you're going to run into some serious problems. Not only are you going to bend your push rods, but you're probably going to have a valve slam into one of the pistons itself, and that's something you do not want. But until next time, the next video I'm going to show, right now I'm getting ready to put the intake manifold on top of the motor here. When I get it put on, I'll come back and I'll give you all the key points. Basic rule of thumb, when you're putting an intake manifold on, actually any motor that has this type of design, because they're prone to water leaks. what you do is there's a gasket that goes here, here. I don't remember if there's a gasket that goes here. I'm thinking there is. It's a little small gasket, and literally, if I remember correctly, it just slots right over these. We always put right here in each one of these corners, always put some gasket sealer. Each one of the corners. That way when it pushes down, these are where you get your prone leaks, right here. It's right in these corners here is where you'll generally find a leak on these specific motors. You put that in and you'll have a leak-free motor. But until next time, if you like my videos, like, subscribe. If you have any questions about anything I'm doing, feel free to comment and I'll gladly answer it as soon as I can. I also do this work on the side. So if you have a motor that you're just tired of just dealing around and messing around with it, and you just want to have it sent out and to get it to where it's fixed and it's done, it gets shipped back to you, complete, finished, ready to go back in the boat. Leave a comment and I'll gladly get you, a quote. Just leave a comment on what kind of motor it is. On my videos, you can see I fix these. This isn't anything unusual for me. But if you like my channel, like I said, like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, gladly ask questions, and I'll respond back as soon as I can. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.